Hi guys, it's Melissa from the Melmar Group. And if you want to hear how our homeschool's going and how we're going to do things going forward, stay tuned. I have been homeschooling my youngest daughter for 3 years. We pulled her out of public school. She was falling behind and it just wasn't working. And so we had tried a number of options, including driving her to a specialized public school that was 25 miles away. And it just wasn't working. So we brought her home and we decided that we would evaluate year by year what we would do. So for the past 3 years, we have been with a program that pays for our curriculum and basically leaves the teaching up to me. And they'll pay for some classes and things, but the role of teacher falls on me. Now, the nice thing about that has been, A, we've gotten some money to pay for some things, which has helped a lot. And B, my daughter has some special needs, and they have provided special ed services over the internet for her. She has Zoom sessions with different kinds of therapists and a special ed teacher every week. So that has been really helpful. She has, if you're familiar with special ed, she has an IEP and she has special ed services. This third year has been a really hard year. I was really optimistic. She didn't want to do as many classes as we had done in the past, so I knew we were going to be home more. I tried exploring online classes with her as far as, like elective type things. And it's just been a hard year. And I'm not sure if it's a combination of her age, of the level of learning that she's at, or that this mom is just burned out. But I started to feel burned out probably before the holidays, so probably around Thanksgiving time. I started to feel really burned out, and I thought, okay, we'll push through. After Christmas, we'll get some shiny new curriculum, a couple new things, and that will make things all better, right? But it hasn't. And I have been really distracted with trying to do different things for myself, made myself busy doing other things. And sadly, I have just never bounced back from being burned out. Now, that being said, my daughter has done school, probably not as much as we've done in the past, but she has had her weekly sessions with the special ed people, and I have had a curriculum for her. But I realized by about February that this just wasn't working anymore. And I watched her and realized it wasn't working for her. And I also heard from a counselor that it wasn't working for her. She wanted to just have her mom back. So that began the great exploration of, we're reviewing it year by year, and what are we going to do this fall, because this isn't working and it's hurting our relationship, and ultimately she deserves to have a great education, and I'm just too burned out at this point. So I began researching different things. I had thought about using a tutoring service or hiring tutors, but if any of you have ever looked into that, it can get really expensive. We had looked at private school. That's also expensive. Lots of different things. What we ended up coming up with was using an online school. Now, when I say that, people automatically think of something like K-12. And I know that K-12 is not a great thing. So the online school that we would be using actually had sample lessons that I could go look at. I went to their orientation. They're a school that's just in our state. They're not a national thing. They're actually quite close to where I live, so they have activities for the kids and things. But they assign the work to the kids, and then the kids are accountable to them to get the work done. And they can meet up with their teachers when they can schedule time to have time one-on-one with their teachers. Their teachers also have live sessions where the kids can join in on that. And then because she has some special needs, she also would have time with special ed people, similar to what we have been doing already. And then they also have a company that they contracted with for tutoring that does the core subjects, so math, language arts, and science. And they are available from 7 in the morning until 10 o'clock at night. So she can click and have a tutor whenever she needs to have one. And, I just looked at that and I thought, oh my gosh, that is so great. So that is the direction that we are headed in. We also are trying to put her at a local school for 1 or 2 electives. That's going to be a real change because she would have to go every day. It's not like they have the A days and the B days, and no, she'd have to go every day. And so we're going to see how that can fit in with the online school. But I'm about 95% sure that we are going to be going with the online school. And I'm kind of relieved about it. I love the idea of homeschool, but for example, our homeschool co-op that's been in existence for 20 years, that we've been with for 3 years, had their last day ever today. They just didn't have the enrollment for the older kids. And my daughter is getting older, and the options are getting fewer and far between, and a lot of families send their kids to high school or whatever, and so I just kind of felt like there was going to be a change coming, and that's the direction that we're going. Now, does that mean that I think homeschool was a complete fail? No, I don't think that I did my very best this year with her, but I think that it has served its purpose, and I'm hopeful that the in-between of she's home, but she's reporting to a teacher and not K-12, will be a good middle ground, so that I can still be the mom and she can be accountable to someone else, and she can get the help that she needs from people that are trained to do that. She has some learning disabilities, and in this past year, I've realized that I probably have some learning disabilities, especially with math. And so I just think it's for the best. So that is my update about homeschool. Again, I don't think it's a total fail. I don't think that homeschool's for everyone. It worked for us at a time that we needed a change. And if this doesn't work, maybe by then I will have had enough of a break that I can go back and try again. But for now, this is where we're headed. And I know there's some other popular YouTubers out there that are going through similar things, putting their kids in private school or half-day school or whatever, because it's really hard. And I've actually started a work-from-home job. I work for a real estate agent and do a lot of administrative things. At the same time, I'm looking for a new house for our family. And so it's just a welcome change that we have needed. So I still encourage you to look into homeschooling if your child is struggling. Look and see if there's a program, like an online program, that could be a good bridge for you. There's a lot of great options out there. And, just because you do it for a year doesn't mean you have to do it forever. And if it doesn't work for you, you can always change it up like we are. But it's a great thing. One final thing I wanted to tell you, I did a curriculum review. I'll put a link up above for the complete curriculum books. And I think they're great for a new mom starting out with homeschooling. And I just saw them last night at Costco, and they had all the grades, and they were like $12. So if you're at Costco right now, is a great time to look for workbooks. I think they had the Brain Quest, and they had some summer ones like Bridge to Summer. And then they had the complete curriculum. And so you could look at those and see if you like them. And if you don't have a Costco, in my complete curriculum review, I have links below where you can purchase, or if you just want to purchase online, you can use those links, that would be great. So that is what's going on, and just wanted to update you. Thank you all for your support. I still love the homeschool community. I still want to be a part of it. I still may do videos for you about it, but we're just switching things up a bit. So that's our update, and I hope all is well with you. And until next time, make it a great day. Bye.